after 2 years of R&D, we tested. So we find that this can actually be a big opportunity, and there is a very big possibility that we can convert oil into glue. So we spoke to MPOB, and after MCO, we actually got into a collaboration agreement with MPOB to convert palm oil into glue. Now, this is still in a very early stage, but we have come up with formulation, and we have actually made into some of the end product. This is the chair that I'm sitting now. This is actually using our palm oil glue to glue together. I'll show you the chair. So this piece of chair, this is actually 9 layers of veneer or the wood skin. Okay, we put it together using our palm oil glue into a piece of chair.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is one of the example. And why do we actually come to this kind of thought that, hey, I can actually use palm oil to convert? Because we see one very big trend that we can help I can say the economy, we can help the country, we can also help to convert humans' life quality, how we live. Because in the past, a lot of all this furniture, when they make into this furniture, or even chipboard or even MDF board, normally what they use is urea formaldehyde glue. It contains formaldehyde. So we were thinking, if we look at China today, or if we look at IKEA actually came out with an official statement stating that they want to go green, stating that their IKEA furniture wants to head towards zero formaldehyde, or they call it formaldehyde-free furniture. That is their aim. Okay, but there is no real replacement to that. There are some of the chemical where they can achieve, but it's very, very expensive. Okay, and most of them, most of the furniture that we see outside now is actually using urea formaldehyde glue. Now, if we can make this successful, what it will help the world is that it will actually convert all these applications into zero formaldehyde. That is our target. And we have already made into this piece of furniture. We have already made into chipboard. This piece of chipboard is actually made by our palm oil glue as well. This piece of chipboard. Okay. So we are now sending it to Frame for application testing. That means our customer will have their own international standard to test, and we will actually test according to the international standard. It's now testing at Frame. We are waiting for the final report to come out. Okay, so this is the update. And the whole idea is actually going towards zero formaldehyde.
Seh Meng, sorry, can I just stop you there for a while, yeah?
Sure.
You know, with regards to this palm oil into glue, right? Which you convert palm oil into glue. So you're saying that this palm oil is going to be one of the active ingredient or the key ingredient for you to formulate something that is going to be that contains zero formaldehyde, right? And this is going to be kind of like a breakthrough lah, because it's just like as if I may give an example, it is probably like if let's say you're a pharmaceutical company and you come up with like a really good medicine to cure something that has no medicine created like that before, something like that.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will use this palm oil. That means we will go through a certain process to convert this palm oil into certain chemical that is a bit reactive. Then we will react with another chemical to make it into glue.
And there has been no other, there hasn't been anyone else like your competitor or anyone that uses palm oil as an ingredient for this?
No, nobody uses palm oil. Most of them, they are using those PU type, which is very, very, very high, and in the market, very seldom people will use.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of, a very common glue that people will use is urea formaldehyde glue.
I see, which still contains formaldehyde lah.
Yeah, because by the name itself, it is called urea formaldehyde. It contains formaldehyde.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for those people that's listening, right? Maybe you can just explain to them what is formaldehyde, because I think a lot of people might not understand what formaldehyde is.
Well, in a very general term, formaldehyde is something that is toxic. So if I mean, normally at our home, those kitchen cabinet or whatnot, if you open your cupboard, you will have a very heavy smell, a very strong smell in the cupboard. Those are the formaldehyde smell. And those smell or those formaldehyde content can actually cause cancer. If you go and type formaldehyde in China, I think there were a few cases in the past 5 years where people die from over formaldehyde content in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so there are news on that.
So currently, most of the raw material being used in adhesive for a lot of furniture, formaldehyde is a very common ingredient.
It's a very common ingredient because formaldehyde can help to achieve the strength or the hardness that they want. Because you can imagine if there is no hardness, how can you make the skin of the wood into the shape that they want? So you need to achieve certain hardness so that it can form into the shape that they mold out. And if there is no hardness, what will happen? The whole veneer or the whole wood skin will actually collapse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if this partnership with the producing adhesive from palm is successful, it will be a very rare case where you can make a good adhesive without the formaldehyde, or is there already other alternative like that?
Like I mentioned again, there are other chemical who claims to be zero formaldehyde is selling a very, very expensive price and it's not using any oil. It's actually using chemical. I mean, we call it the PU chemical, PMDI and all that in the chemical name. Yeah.
But
So,
that is also not so good, is it?
No, we are making it practical because it's not practical.
It's chemical based. So what Techbond is trying to use palm oil is green. You know, it's non-toxic.
Okay.
So the name of our glue will be called Green Tech.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So how far in are you with this R&D with palm oil to convert it into glue which has zero formaldehyde?
This is the product already. Now it's pending the testing of application testing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, understand.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Okay.